making sure that it's washed and it's ironed and whatever when you're traveling. Like if it's easy to wash, and just like dry a bit, and it's like dry half an hour, and then I can wear it again. I don't need to travel with stuff. I don't need to pay a lot. I don't need to have storage space. Like
It's a lot of sense.
so. I've been thinking of actually remaking all my whole closet to make it more functional. And probably I'll have to pay quite a bit of money as an initial investment,
But then that's it.
but you do it only once.
Then that's it, yeah.
Because I don't like fast fashion.
It's horrible, man.
Like, I agree that you don't have to pay a lot nowadays to look good or whatever, but what's the whole point, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I would prefer to just, I don't want to go to this, I haven't bought clothes in a long time. Like, that's the thing.
You haven't? Yeah, of course.
This is fucking old.
Yeah.
I don't even remember when I bought this. I had this environment already.
I believe you, man. I believe you, man. Caroline is always telling me, like, hey, you need
The
new
basics
shirts, and I'm
I
like,
need to
fuck.
rebuy. Like
Yeah.
t-shirts, something
Because you
like,
really get
sometimes
used.
you use them all the time.
Yeah.
It's like after a few years you have to just trash it. Even though I still don't want to because I love my t-shirts.
We get an emotional connection to our clothes.
Even socks, man. Only recently I started trashing socks. I hadn't bought socks in years.
I saw,
But it's
I
so
heard,
comfortable just to put on a new
I
pair of
saw
socks.
online that guys in average socks and underwear keep them for 7 years. And I'm like, yes, that's true, man.
That is true. And it's great.
Because
It's what you wear every
you don't
single
give a fuck about that. It's about the comfort. As long as they're comfort, that's it. You know what? There's something about fashion. Fashion, people use fashion to express themselves. Tattoos, form of expression. It's nothing but a statement. Everything that is related to fashion, tattoo, all that bullshit is an expression. It's a statement of, hey, this is how I am. That's what I think about something.
I still haven't started doing that actually.
You haven't?
I
Me
mean,
neither.
not
Like,
consciously. Of course, we communicate something with
yeah,
it.
we always like. You know what? Deep down, our laid back, not giving a fuck is saying something.
Yeah, exactly. That's true.
Like,
But I would like to start shaping the way I communicate it. You know, like I want to be more conscious about it. Because at the end of the day, the perceived truth reflects
very
on us
yeah.
as well. The way you're being treated, approached, and all that. I think that's a very important part, which I underestimate for now. What it should mean.
that's true. You know what? I put my lenses on every morning, and every morning I wish, like, fuck, I wish these lenses would tell me everything about the person I'm looking at. Can you imagine? Because, like, humans, okay, let's be honest. No matter how smart we are, we always judge first by the look. The look will always have importance. It's true. That's why people dress well, and it does have an impact at the beginning, at least. Then smart people have the ability to like filter. Okay, you're
Yeah,
in
you take
an
the
expensive
bias
suit, but
out,
you're fucking
yeah.
stupid. But it's still that way. So imagine that the same way when you want to hook up, you quickly say ugly, not ugly. I like, I don't like. You could have something around
More
that
information.
guy's head right now, and you have like an EQ around it. Like, hey, that guy is actually emotionally intelligent. Hey, that guy actually has been having the same lifestyle as you for the last 6 months. Go talk to him. I would love that shit. I would love it. Like, anything that would help me to meet more people with the same mindset. Or even the opposite mindset. Hey, I really suck at something. That person is great at that. I'm going to talk to that person. But by the way, I already know that person is an introvert. So let's approach him differently. Like, it would be fucking amazing. I would love that to happen.
How do we
And
make that happen in a, like,
most people would think it's creepy. I
I don't think it's creepy. At the end of the day, it's
I've been talking, like, I share this fucked up conversation with Caroline, and she's actually very patient. But most of the time she's like, I wouldn't like that, I wouldn't like that, I wouldn't like that.
That's
What
okay.
about privacy?
That's okay. It's
What
good
ab-
that you have people debunk it.
It's good, it's
Question
good. Though, we should be allowed to be free and to have the freedom of, I actually don't care that big companies use my data. I actually want Google.
You know what I'm thinking? The Chinese system is a good experimentation hub because they already do it.
I agree.
They don't care about people's opinion whether they like it or not. They just do it because they have to, partly. It's scary, yes, from our point of view, but
Because of the intentions.
yes. And intention
It's
is
the only
really
way
good,
it's
yes.
scary. The only thing that is scary about what China is doing is what are they gonna do with it? That's about that. Not they have it. It's really like what are they gonna do with it? Are they like literally gonna separate society in a way of good people, bad people? How are they?
No, there's a whole spectrum, right?
There's a
I
whole
think they'll be
spectrum.
matching so many parameters to create this ranking system.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But did
I
you
need to
see like
study it
even
better.
did you see that even crossing the road on a red light will give you like
The only thing I don't understand is how good does facial recognition need to be
it works.
for them to be able to.
Come on, it's so fucking easy nowadays. I mean, Facebook does that. I get notifications, tag your friend. Like Stefan is in this picture. Tag him. Like they are. That's easy. That's quite easy actually. I would love that though. Like hey, because that's the thing. Even if China uses that info in a horrible way, Western countries will be able to see if that data is usable or not. If tomorrow I land in Beijing and they go like, hey Rafael, there's this Chinese guy, he has the exact or very similar routine and work life as you do, he's well connected in the eastern side of the world, you guys should meet because you could really help each other. Without me even saying anything, only based on Google has been following my life and his life.
Okay, let's just like think back for a sec. This is innovation again without doing any intrusion. How does it benefit? Like that's the thing, right? It will only benefit the few people who are able to use this service. Like the basic needs of many people are actually not even met to want this kind of next level thing. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
I'm thinking of the guy on the street who's like poor and he's begging for money.
Yeah.
How can we include these people into this whole thing, right? How can they benefit and have a normal life? Because what I hate about maybe the entrepreneurship things is that ultimately we're always targeting the same people.
Yeah.
Ultimately we're looking for the guys who can pay for it, the guys who benefit from it because blah blah. We're optimizing, right? We're looking at good lives already and making it even better because we like the luxury and whatever.
Profit, money.
But look at it from another angle and try to use the same kind of data. Can you identify homeless people through their data?
I could.
Probably you could because they already have phones.
Yeah, and I could, yeah.
And how can you use
And you could use them, giving them housing and food, you could use them to get even more data about the people that you want.
So I'm often thinking that we are innovating in the wrong way because we often do it for specific niche and segments, which is great from a business perspective. But what is actually right? Like we have so many brains together combined, and the only reason we haven't solved some of these primary needs is because we actually don't care.
We don't care, that's true.
It's the intention. We don't get like personally. I'm extremely empathic, and when I walk around the street and I see homeless people, it hurts me.
Yeah.
It keeps hurting me. So it would actually be, I would be willing to give something to not have that in this world.
Yeah.
And it's not about the coins I give because this doesn't solve it.
It doesn't solve, yeah,
Do you
that's
notice,
a short,
do you know
that's
this
a short,
famous Banksy image of
No.
keep your money, I want change, or keep your coins, I want change?
no.
Let me show you. It's awesome. Keep your coins.
right there.
Yeah, please keep your coins.
Oh.
It's on this one. Here.
And change, it could literally be the change of the
Exactly.
man. Wow.
So
Wow,
that's
it's
my
powerful.
point, right? So
Powerful.
if we're living in this digital era and things are really fucked, Like, did you watch the movie about Dick Cheney?
No.
Vice?
No, not yet.
It's about 9/11 and the whole war on Iraq and how it came to exist and the intentions behind it. It's absolutely madness what these kind of decisions meant for millions of lives. Not just millions of lives, actually for the whole world, how they shaped society with some executive stupid fucking decisions for the wrong reasons, like for the wrong motivation, right? So you can look at it as innovation almost, because they're creating a new course of action, like a new path, a new way of living. Terrorism became a thing because of that.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been a thing if they didn't make a whole media thing around it.
Of course. Of
And
course.
basically, those actions created ISIS.
That's so true.
They created the leader. The guy was a nobody, the guy who started ISIS. Because they put him on the map, all of a sudden he used this as leverage, and all of a sudden he was the leader. All of a sudden he had thousands of followers.
Yeah.
So, in this, in this all digital world, how do we actually use our data in an ethical way and make
That can help.
useful decisions for a larger society, not just to make money? Because, you know, when you do the right thing, money's going to come. You don't look for a business case immediately. You look for what needs to happen in this world. So, I think it's still my Facebook background. Is it? How can you see that? I was in Seoul, and how do I see my profile? I'm so bad at this shit. Okay. Here.
So that was
The
at
best
MIT.
way to predict the future is to create it.
Yeah.
So, ask yourself, what is my stage? Like, which stage do I want to take? It's my fucking stage. I'm gonna be the main role. Like, imagine it's a theater play. Your life is theater. Pick a stage. Where is your theater gonna be played? Who's your audience? Who are you playing it for? Who are you playing it with? Who are your back office people that you're doing it with? But the thing is, pick your stage and own it. You've picked your stage. You're starting to own it. That part I haven't figured out for myself yet. But I think most likely my path will be somewhere in social entrepreneurship,
There is a lot that can be done.
combined with like the whole digital era.
There's
Like,
a lot that can be done, man.
I have an extremely strong moral compass, and I don't know how to put it out there yet. I've even considered politics, even though I hate politics, because I think there's a need for that.
No, don't do that.
But, so
the
that's
business,
my
the
point.
business
I need
route.
to enter
The
from a
business
different
route.
angle.
Yeah, business route. Politics don't solve
And-
shit.
I still haven't found my
The thing-
calling, you know?
man,
But it's somewhere in this era. It's about education. It's about making sure people progress.
But actually, technology is going to be great for that, man.
I agree, but it's not being used in the right way yet.
Not yet. But that's the difference. Back in time, only the big guys had a say. Now, me and you, we have a say. We could
Yeah.
literally tomorrow start a wine hotel brand where the staff is 100% homeless. We give them home, they sleep around, and
They need to be trained.
we
Actually, in
educate
Varna,
them. And we
in
educate
Varna,
them.
I have a friend. She introduced me to. Actually, I was in Erasmus with her in Slovenia when I met my girlfriend. They even shared a room. It was a girl from Varna.
Fucking awesome. Man. That's amazing.
She's half Polish, by the way, and half Bulgarian.
It's amazing.
And one time when I was there in September, she was
you wanna
like,
eat something?
"Yes," but I haven't picked it.
No, they have great pancakes.
Is there a brunch with pancakes included? But I'm not
sure.
that hungry though.
Yeah, I'm not that hungry as well. For me, I'll just do the pancakes.
Oh, but I love the idea of brunch. Like,
Yeah,
I
the
love
whole-
the it sounds even. You know,
Yeah,
the word
it
brunch
does.
has a connotation.
It does.
Man, I want that video afterwards.
Don't worry. I'll get I'm gonna save
Speaking
it.
with you,
It's
like it's. I rarely meet people who induce it.
likewise.
Because usually I induce it in others, but you induce it in me, and I don't know why and how, but it's the first time I really, really realize it. Like, I've always known, but now I become aware of it.
Likewise, man. We're gonna meet very often. From now on, we are 3 hours away. We're gonna meet, man.
I've never been so close to the people I actually want to be close to.
Me neither. And
Because
that's the whole
I
point
could even
again.
go home for the weekend to my parents easier than I was in Cologne. It feels easier for me to take the metro to the airport in Lisbon, get on the plane. In Brussels, I arrive. I take the train to my parents. That's it. That feels easier than what I had to do in
To
Cologne.
find people.
In Cologne, going on the tram to go to the train station sucks. The train station of Cologne sucks. I hated it. The trains were really expensive to go to Belgium. I had to change 3 times. In terms of time, it's literally the same amount of time. And I feel closer to anyone. Everyone wants to come here. Because I live in Lisbon, all of a sudden, people want to actually come visit me. When I lived in Cologne, they didn't.
Of course.
So,
well, yeah, makes sense.
My point is that even though I'm further away, I feel like I'm closer to everyone. Just not from Bulgaria. That's kind of hard for me.
Yeah,
I need to figure out a way.
It's
but
still hard to get.
My job allows me to work remotely. I can just come here for a week. I can go to Bulgaria for a week.
Yeah.
I can do it.
I remember Bulgaria was a headache, man.
I can even give up my flat for a month, go work from Bulgaria for a month, and save money because of it.
Yeah.
So there's so many. I have a freedom and flexibility. It's fucking awesome.
That's great.
I need to use it.
You do. You do.
I'm just not even properly settled in yet. That's why I'm not using it yet.
But back where we're talking, I wish that right now this table would have 4 or 5 more people like us, because Google told us, hey, you know
This
what?
conversation is happening. You should jump in.
This conversation is
Imagine that.
Can you imagine there's 2 of the fuckers like us
Talking about
just by the river talking about this shit, and they get a notification like, hey, there's other 2 fuckers 200 meters away talking about the same shit. You guys should meet. I want
Man, this is
Google
amazing.
to know everything. I want everyone to
Actually, the MVP could be for a networking event.
Yes, exactly.
When conversations are happening, it's like, hey, I saw that you guys are having this conversation. Why don't you jump in?
Exactly.
Because right now, people find it really hard to
Exactly.
like. It's a bit hard. There's a
Exactly.
barrier,
The
but if
thing
you
is
have
that,
a
but for
common
that to
topic or
happen,
conversation,
they
yes.
have to be able to record everything and use your data.
But it will be an interesting experiment. It doesn't have to go big immediately. You just have a specific device even, which is connected to your server, where immediately all of this is happening. You know, like as an experiment, as in a networking event.
We are literally gonna have to make an event and use wine as an excuse for people to get together and fucking change the whole thing.
Yeah.
We literally need to do that, man.
Quick question: did you pick what you want?
No, I just want a pancake, but I don't know which one. I don't know if I'll do peanut butter. So that's peanut butter or
avocado paste, bacon, chicken, fried egg, pesto. I'm gonna take it.
Really?
Yeah.
Fucking pesto
I don't want
or not? Jesus.
I don't want sweet stuff.
Damn
right
it.
now. I feel like salty.
Egg, avocado on pancakes.
I want to give it a chance.
Yeah, so you give it a chance.
I usually take weird stuff. So.
I did the toast last time. It was pretty cool, but I really feel like pancakes. Chocolate, yeah,
Pretty
chocolate
expensive
pancakes.
for a pancake though.
Yeah, $6.50. Man. Yeah.
It's funny, like when I had a decent wage, I didn't actually realize it.
And now you do. Yeah.
And now I'm like cherishing everything. I cherish a free breakfast at work. I cherish. It's like like, and I hated how I had become in Cologne.
Everything felt
You
cheap.
start taking things for granted, and it sucks. You don't feel as alive. Like I feel as if luxury also kind of like limits your way of thinking, creativity, because you're so used to it.
I agree with
You're
you
further away
so
from your
much.
primal you, and you can use your instinct less. I think. And there's something good about feeling like, oh, fuck, I can't afford this.
Tough
and
times.
I think there's a lot of good that comes from it. And I can also tell the difference between societies where I see where everyone grows up in luxury versus a society where people have to like fight for their stuff. People are much more like snappy and aware of like, I can see from Bulgaria, for example, people know much better how to put things in words and fight for their rights and like give it to people straight because they're used to bullshit. They're used to shit. They've been taught to know how to stand up for themselves. They know how to discuss. They know how to make an argument about something. And while in Belgium, mostly I've seen spineless creatures in school who have no opinion because they don't ever have to have an opinion. But then all of a sudden you're very easy, you know. It's
You're soft.
and I never understood what it meant when people said, "Oh, but they're soft." I didn't understand this, and at one point now I start realizing that probably only reason I've been shaped the way, for example, I'm shaped, is because actually I've gone through things without realizing. Like my parents were super protective,
Yeah.
They've given me everything I could wish for.
Okay.
But subconsciously, I have gone through being a foreigner, moving a few times as a kid, changing school and classes all the time, meeting new people.
Yeah.
My parents never gave me the feeling they had no money, but they had no money.
Okay.
They moved to Belgium. My dad moved to Belgium with 20 euros, 20 fucking euros. That's it. They didn't speak the language. He was just a professional. He believed in what he did. He's, by the way, he's a piano
Man, it's
technician.
crazy how our background is so similar, man. It's fucking nuts.
But at the same time, like his background, actually my family in ancient times, like 100 years ago, they were like the richest guys in Bulgaria. Like they were the first industrial cosmetics company. They're all chemists and engineers from my dad's side, and all the others from my mom's side are all musicians. So it's super funny, but this whole story basically has shaped me in many ways. And the fact that I was a foreigner, the fact that I was triggered to learn new languages immediately, like I knew how to read before I went to first grade, I was a smart kid, I was immediately always different. And this kind of difference, basically it was always a bit of a struggle for me to find my people, to feel comfortable, like I had to adapt to be part of things,
Yeah.
which is why I'm not good in groups. I don't do groups very well. Like, if there's 4 or 5 more people here, it would have to be very, very, very specific other people for me to feel comfortable and be actually me.
Really?
Yeah.
Doesn't seem
I'm
like
much,
it.
much
It
better
doesn't-
one-on-one.
It doesn't seem like this.
I'm much,
It really
much
feels
better
like you would
one-on-one.
fit in anywhere.
I could, but it doesn't mean that I would get the most out of it. That's what I'm referring
Okay. Oh, okay.
to. So, I could definitely contribute, but it doesn't necessarily contribute back to me. It's hard, which is why I feel like the team I'm in right now at work, people are amazing. It's like, wow, this is a very, very good fit for me. I'm discovering new things. Like, there's much more introverted people at work, which is something new for me, and they're amazing. It's just much more peaceful, and it works for me. It's strange because I've always hung out more with extroverted people, and wow, I'm discovering absolutely new things. But anyway, I want to
That's
make a
what.
point.
That's what made you like that. Your parents were too protective, and that's what helped you.
So, even though they were very protective, I did go through certain things that shaped me to not be spineless.
Okay.
It shaped me because they, at the same time, they gave me all the freedom. Like, go, be in the world,
Mess
learn
up,
your lessons.
Mess up.
And they were very supportive. They would never judge me. They would give me the feeling that whatever happens, they will love me. They gave me all the freedom
It's so fucking
to
crazy.
study what I want, to be with friends when I want, to go out, do whatever the fuck I want. I've messed up a lot, okay? I have. But I'm happy that I did it then.
Of course.
And this gave me so much fundamentals to grow on right now. Like the confidence that we have, for example, it finds its origin somewhere there. It finds its origins in the love of your mom. You know, like it finds its origins in like your family and your friends and your freedom that you have to grow and be who you want to be. And that is something which education right now is completely forgetting. Like, you need to make sure that you create conscious, good human beings with good intentions. It doesn't matter what their grades are. Fuck your grading system. The rewarding system doesn't work. Don't reward for the wrong things.
I've been telling this to my sister right now for my goddaughters constantly. Stop demanding so much out of the grades of them. Teach her how to be a good human being.
I'm
She
not saying
will
it's
pick
not
up the
important.
rest.
It's important
It's
to do
important,
the rest.
yes.
Make sure you mark the importance. Yes, it's important.
But they're giving more importance to the history grade than if she actually did a good human deed. That's what.
My mom would fuck me up if I did something wrong from a moral perspective. Like, that's more important. I still remember the discussions I had when I was like 6 with her. I was saving money, and because like you get a little bit of coins, and as a kid you're like,
and
saving
grandma
money.
gives you money here, money there.
And
yeah.
then what I didn't know is that actually my parents did have money problems at the time, and my mom would sometimes take money from me, from my savings,
Yeah.
for something small, like, hey Stefan, can I take whatever, 10 euros? And I'll be like,
Of course, mom.
no. I would
Oh.
feel bad. It's like, damn, mom took my money.
Really?
Yeah. And then when I shared this with her, like, mom, I would like you to pay me back. And then she was like, shocked, for example, because for her it's like, dude, this is very strange. You need to know that in a family, like she was talking about the moral of sharing, and like when there's need, and like understanding the importance of actually feeling okay with this
Yeah.
and feeling okay with giving without wanting something back, and altruism, and like at the age of 6, you know, this is when it all started. Sharing toys with other kids, sharing moments, like all of this I learned very young, at a very young age. Going back to Bulgaria, I saw misery. I wanted to do something with my friends, but they couldn't afford it. So what I would do is just I would pay for them so they could